G'day everybody and welcome back to the Weedy Garden, little garden on the hill where it's a beautiful sunny afternoon today. I'm just going to get a little handful of soil here and show you something quite interesting. I just have to empty a bit out. There we go, that's about right. So, okay, see this little handful of soil I've got right here. See that? That's about as much knowledge as I have about all this growing food and permaculture and cycles and seasons and climates and trees. That's about what I know, and I've been sharing about that much of it with you people out there on the Weedy Garden channel since I met Geoff Lawton. And most of it, I'd say probably that much of it I've learnt from Geoff Lawton, and that much of it I've learnt myself. But Geoff, he's probably got like more like that much knowledge about it all. Everybody, see this big pile of soil? That represents the knowledge base that Geoff has about it all. And I can't stress enough how lucky we are for that. Thanks to all those new subscribers that are coming into the channel, it's kind of like a big flock of white cockatoos that are coming into my garden when the lemons are ripe. I'm really happy about that. Welcome to the channel. I've got to say, I'm pretty excited about this episode. So excited, I got myself a new shirt. I got myself a new pair of pants. I got my boots on. And got myself a new hat. Because my permaculture teacher, Geoff Lawton, is coming to visit the garden today. And it's a special day, not only because he's coming to visit my garden, because his annual PDC course is starting today. Open for enrollments today. And because we're such a big community, and because Geoff Lawton likes the Weedy Garden, he's going to give the Weedy Garden viewers an opportunity to save $150 US. And that is if you use this code somewhere. I've written a code up. I think it's Weedy 150. But if you're thinking about studying permaculture, that's brilliant, because we need one more permaculturist in the world to make it a better place. If you haven't met Geoff Lawton before on my channel, and there's a video up here, a beautiful little video where I met him quite by chance, coincidence, call it synchronicity. It's a beautiful video of how I met the gentleman that's just about to visit my garden. I could easily say the best permaculture teacher on the planet. And he hasn't been here since about 3 years ago when he came and he showed us how to dig the swales, remember, on that video? And all the things about support species and how to make compost and how to make a worm farm. All these things and knowledge that Geoff has shared with me and that I've learned through doing his PDC. It's easy because it's all online, so I can sit back and watch, listen and learn as long as I've got the computer turned on.
Okay, and really it's about reversing the damage.
If you are thinking about studying permaculture, then this is the time to start. He does his courses once a year. They go for several months, and when you finish the course, you can actually, you're qualified to be a permaculture teacher, be a permaculture designer, where you can make a living from coming out to people's properties and designing their property in the way of permaculture. All right? There's these simple systems that we follow in permaculture that makes it a permanent agriculture. We've got a lot of chickens today, for example. I've got 6 new chickens. You can hear them in the background. And they're going to be part of my permaculture garden because the poo that comes from them comes back on my vegetable garden. The history of permaculture is very interesting if you haven't heard it. Really quickly, a guy called Bill Mollison, he lived in this area decades ago. He was a very knowledgeable man, very educated and very academic. He'd been studying many, many different fields. And at some point in his life, quite early in his life, he said, I'm not going to fight the system anymore. Fighting the system that you don't agree with, it doesn't work. So instead, he made a new system and he built on that system. When Bill Mollison was getting into this many years ago, he met another fellow called David Holmgreen. And he and David Holmgreen, they developed the principles of permaculture, and it all ended up with a book. Permaculture Handbook, Bill Mollison's first book. And Bill started teaching permaculture, and lucky for us, permaculture is now very widely spread throughout the world, and it's helped thousands and thousands of people. And Geoff, as a young man, was one of Bill's first students, and he became Bill's protege and worked with Bill for many years. until he started Zaytuna Farm and started teaching permaculture out there on his farm. People will come and spend 2 weeks and do the PDC. He did that for many years. But there's so many more people in the world that wanted to learn permaculture, so he developed an online course. And it's several months long, small bits of information, soak it in, so you can soak it all in. And it's all online, and there's a huge community of helpers out there that answer all the questions that you might have during the course. And Geoff does little follow-up videos every week. I can't recommend him enough, everybody. He's a wonderful man, and he's a brilliant teacher, all right? I'm excited now, so he's coming up the hill. I think I can hear his car. It's going to be kind of a little like Geoff Lawton reacts to the Weedy Garden on this episode. I hope he teaches me a few more things that I didn't know, and I'm sure he will. Yes, he is. He's coming up the hill, so I'll go and say g'day to him. G'day, mate. How's it going? Good to see you. Good. Thanks for coming out today.
My God, what a beautiful day.
Picked a good one. Look, I want to show you something. The mango tree, the first little tree from the food forest.
Oh, look at that one.
You remember that one? Because this is where we started measuring out the swales.
That's right, yeah. That was the first fruit tree, yeah?
The first tree ever I planted.
Oh, right.
And you know what I got planted underneath it too?
Tomatoes?
No, what's in the bottom of the hole?
Oh, I think there's a roadkill in there.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, wallaby.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a wallaby.
No wonder it's hopping.
What? No wonder it's looking healthy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I've just harvested, and I've saved 2 mangoes.
Oh, nice.
One for you and one for me. And I reckon we should get a little taste test here. I just chucked the hat because it's pretty hot now. I'll just leave it there. Do you have a knife on you?
Oh, yeah.
You always got a pocket knife.
Always got one. Yeah.
I'm going to just eat mine like a gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
See, what you do is you just go like that, see?
I'm sophisticated. I get a like little cubey thing going like that.
Are you sophisticated?
Yeah. I'll try and be.
It's really the first crop that's always the best tasting, I reckon.
What have you been feeding it?
I'll be feeding it my own homemade compost. And lots of wood chips.
That's enough. Lots of microorganisms. Not earthworms down there?
There would be, but I haven't looked. Tastes good. I tell you what, I'll show you something over here. Look. Do you remember when you started digging the swales in my garden, the first little part where you dug? Do you remember where that was?
Somewhere along this one, I reckon.
Do you recognise that?
It looks like where we started. Somewhere about here, yeah.
Where we started, where you started.
Well, I started thumping the ground.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Now you have a memorial of where I started because you have a food forest sign.
Exactly.
This is the point of inflection that we just carved up there and put tops all over here.
Yeah.
And now we have a sign, right?
Yeah.
Food forest, the beginning.
The beginning of the food forest.
Mango to Swale.
Yeah. I remember you saying I could take my wheelbarrow through here, and when the mango tree is full I could walk along here in a straight line with my wheelbarrow full of mangoes.
Yeah, you'd be right on contour. You wouldn't have to go up and down hill.
Yeah.
It looks like it fills up with water pretty good.
It hasn't rained that much that it's actually ever filled up with water. I did test it where I put the pump on, and I filled it up with the water from the creek, and it was nice and level. That's how I got the level.
Right.
To test the level. But since it's been here, only once did I see the water laying in the swales, and that was when we had those big rains a couple of years ago, when we had the floods.
You can see the effect when you look this way though. There's a great view that way where you see all the diversity of trees running around on the contour of the swale.
Yeah.
That's a great food forest image. That I can see it right there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of diversity in the trees. Now that water's supporting a lot of life. It's facilitating a life-rich event on contour. That's a great starting point. Mango to life diversity in one system just through linking water on contour.
And actually just over here is where I made the little overflow. You want to see the little overflow we started?
Yeah.
This is the overflow.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
It had to be really, really straight, I remember you saying.
It had to be perfectly level here.
Perfectly level there.
And leave this grass and keep mowing this like a lawn. And when the water gets up to that height that we just measured, it'll come over here as a nice even stream. No erosion ever. None. Never. Never gonna happen. Ever. Never. None. You get no sort of erosion happening, and it's nicely grassed, and it's a footpath.
Yeah.
So we're getting lots of things going on all at the same time. And it's kind of towards the ridge, goes down, picks up on the next swale. Lovely stuff.
I've got 4 of those. You need one in each swale, really, don't you?
I think so. It's always security. You never know when you're going to get that climate change event, the 100 year. We had it.
The big rains.
We had the 100 year, didn't we?
Yeah, we had that a couple of years ago.
And it's all worked. You
Yeah.
didn't get any erosion?
Not any.
None. That's what we want. None.
I remember you saying you could do 5 metres before breakfast
That's it.
if you had egg and beef bacon. This is going to take you a while to dig all my swales, Geoff.
Yeah, I reckon I only do about 5 metres a morning for breakfast. That's my usual system with little swales. Yeah. As long as you've got a good breakfast ready for me.
Very nice. Get breakfast ready for you.
Yeah, I need beef bacon, eggs and tomatoes.
Yeah, you need a lot of protein, a lot of energy.
If you haven't got the beef bacon, I'll bring it.
Yeah. I worked out that was going to take me about 4 months
Oh, that's no good.
or something like that. So I invited a bunch of friends around. We got it done in 1 day.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah. Get the community working together, doing something meaningful. Yeah,
That's right.
good stuff.
When you came that first time, you did come with a couple of trees in some pots.
Yeah.
And you were going off with the names of them, and I just didn't remember writing them down. So I just want to show you a couple of the trees, and you can tell me what they are.
Yeah. It's
So
interesting, this overflow goes straight towards a peanut butter tree. Yeah, native. Lovely.
Is it a native?
Yeah.
What is it on the peanut butter tree that you eat? Is it?
It's the red fruit. They're ripe at the moment. Yours are just coming through. They're green, but a lot of them are ripe locally. And it's soft and red. And go orange and then goes red and soft. And you close your eyes and you swear you were eating peanut butter. You wouldn't know the difference.
Nice. And these ones have got a few little fruit on them this year.
Yeah.
Pretty much every tree's given me fruit this year, the 3rd year.
It's good.
Take the avocados a bit longer though.
Yeah. But like you're already in production on some long-term trees. These trees are going to go on for a very long time. Yeah.
So I know most of my trees, Geoff, but you brought some with you when you came out and looked at my garden for the first time, and you said these will be good. And that one is a tipu.
That's right.
That's right.
One of the most functional large legumes we plant. And what else you got?
These two here, this one and this one.
This is custard apple.
Oh, it is a custard apple.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Actually, that's a nice surprise because I really like custard apple. And it's funny that I don't remember having bought that one. That could have been a tree that someone brought with them as a gift.
Yeah, it's grafted on there. Be a good one.
Okay. And now I know this one's a bohemia,
Yeah.
but what is this? Is this a support tree or?
Yeah, this is a legume. A very pretty flower. Sometimes
Yeah.
called orchid flower.
Beautiful. I've seen it. It's already flowered.
There are many types of bohemia, some quite small, some quite large.
Yeah.
Some, often the big white ones or the big purple ones look like this. Couldn't tell unless it was flowering.
Yeah, it's got a purple flower, this one.
All right, yeah.
And I think I should start chopping it, shouldn't I?
This time of year, all your legumes can be cut right back because it's rainy season, summer, and then they'll spring back into beautiful umbrellas in the winter dry.
Oh yeah.
That's when you want shade. End of winter, dry spring, you want them on full umbrella. So you want them high enough that you can get under with the mower, but not too high that you can cut them again next year.
So where will you reckon I should chop this off?
Well, you're a bit taller than me, you're a bit bigger than me, but I think
a
about
little,
head high.
A little bit,
Yeah,
tiny little
about
bit.
head high I like.
So if I chopped it here, like basically just take everything off from here, what about all this side
I
stuff?
take them all.
Take them all off and leave just these two stumps sticking out, boom, and
Yeah,
it'll just
and then
start
if
popping
it
out again.
starts producing these lower branches like disbehaving,
Yeah,
I'll cut those off. I want all the regrowth coming from that top tip.
yeah.
And then you get these lovely like biological umbrellas of shade that
Yeah,
you
right.
fit under,
Okay.
and then you got all the nitrogen from that cut. And even up here where it resprouts, if there's little mutated small ones, take them off, leave the 4 or 5 or 6 really nice healthy regrowth branches.
So I actually didn't realise when I planted this that it was a support tree. So it's not planted besides anything, but is it too far away from my custard apple to be worth saying it's a support?
The roots are here, the roots are mixing. Look.
It's okay.
They're already, branches are already touching, the roots would already be interacting.
Yeah. So when I chop that, I'll just drop it there.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chop and drop you can do in here. Yeah, as they
Crazy.
regrow, manage the regrowth so that nothing's on the lower stem and everything's coming from the top.
Okay.
And then you've got a more convenient chop every year.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And you know, then we've got clear maintenance underneath.
Okay. So this is an acacia.
Yeah, one of the great acacias of Australia. There's so many, but I recognise the veins. So decurrens means veined, and there are veins on the trunk. There's many look similar to this leaf pattern. This is acacia decurrens, extremely fast, massive biomass producer, but very short-lived, maybe 7-8 years and they'll be gone. So you don't want it to get too big and be a problem to come down.
Yeah.
Now you can't cut them like the others. You can only take about 1/3 of the mass off, otherwise you'll kill it.
Right.
But only take 1/3 of the high mass off. Sort of you're pruning the outer edge and holding it as a small tree. So when it does burn out and fix all its nitrogen in 1 year, when it dies, you haven't got a big problem to deal with.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very typical of a very fast-growing tree. Very green on the ends, almost like a plant, almost like a herb at the end.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a fast nitrogen fixer.
Yeah.
Well, you're being a bit gentle. You want to get it right back
Okay.
and allow this beautiful umbrella to come back out of it. Manage the regrowth of the umbrella.
So if I just chop it off right there,
Yep.
should I chop it here and here and here and here, or just chop it
I
there?
chop it right off.
I know. So it's like a little Shanghai sticking up, little fat Shanghai.
Yeah, and then manage everything to come from there. Don't let it come from anywhere else, and it'll be beautiful.
Lovely.
You can do that every year for a few years.
Moringa?
Moringa, yeah, I'm jealous. They don't like my place. Yeah.
They do say that it's got all these vitamins and all these, but to eat, this is
Nothing special.
Well, it's like the amount I have to eat to say it's like 7 times more than an orange, but you know how much of that you have to eat before you've eaten 1/7 of an orange?
Yeah.
You've got to kind of eat all that.
Yeah.
And they say if you eat so much, you get a bad stomach.
Mhm.
So you're not supposed to eat too much of it, apparently. Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, we grow it a lot in the dry lands and deserts, and that goes really well.
And they just use it in salads?
They mainly sell it for dried as a tea.
Oh, okay.
Right, so it's a medicinal tea,
Yeah.
and the value of the leaves is very high in minerals. But the flower is very high in certain minerals that are good for pregnant women. It's really good for women who are expecting babies. Right, so every part of the plant is edible, including the root.
Roots.
Flower, the young pod, the leaves, and even the roots. Big boom crop. This is one of the big popular crops of the world, especially where you have hot, dry parts of the year, which is surprising it's growing well here. But you've got red soil, which is well drained. That's probably why it's growing okay.
Can you just eat the leaves green in salads?
Oh yeah.
And,
Just to add it like condiments.
Yeah. And also drink the leaves as tea.
Yeah, usually dried and then tea.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Do you reckon I've got some of these trees planted too close together?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
No, you can go a lot closer if you wanted. I think there's a lot of mowing involved, and in some places the mowing looks a little bit difficult. I think ground covers could really help. You want to get a good ground cover here, Weedy. Pinto Peanut, look into that. It's fantastic ground cover.
Okay, that'll save me mowing and whippersnipping.
It definitely will reduce the time and work on mowing and whippersnipping.
Nice tip. So what do you reckon in my garden other than that?
I think you've got to get a bit more chop and drop going at the right time.
Okay.
And that's in summer now, chop and drop, and it'll regrow for the dry spring.
So the chopping is actually during the summertime I do the chopping, about now, or Christmas time?
You can chop it right up until now, and it's a summer chop because we're in a wet summer climate.
See, I thought you had to have the trees nice and big for the summer because the summer sun is the one that's going to burn the little trees.
No, but we got so much rain. So rain falls over evaporation from all summer, and then in winter the rain falls less than the evaporation.
So I've got to do a bit more chopping. Geoff, mate, can I make you a cup of tea?
Love one, thanks.
All right, I'll make us a cup of yummy tea. Okay, here's your tea. We might have to make some room. I might have to move Teddy, Geoff.
All right, I'll give you the teddy.
You
I'll
the
take the
teddy.
tea.
You know why I got the teddy sitting here?
Yep. You're going to tell me they don't work.
They don't work, Geoff.
They worked for a while, didn't they?
I think they worked for about 4 weeks. Do you remember when I called you and asked if you knew any good tricks to keep the bush turkey away?
Yeah,
And you said you heard that teddy bears worked.
that's right.
Yeah. Well, you can tell anyone that asks you again that teddy bears don't work.
Right.
They only work for about 4 weeks, and then they kind of got used to them. I think they realised they weren't dangerous
Right.
and just came back.
Yeah. Probably got to back them up with a dog.
Thanks for coming out today, Geoff.
It's been a pleasure. Always is.
It was good to see you.
All right. Yeah. Good to be here.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And just remember to enjoy your lives and enjoy your gardens. Have a nice day, and I'll see you on the next video. You can also follow Geoff Lawton on his YouTube channel. There's a link in the description for Geoff's YouTube channel. If you haven't heard of that yet, you haven't been on there yet, go and take a look. You can also go into the weedygarden.com and read all about Geoff Lawton through my website. Or just press the link in the description here to go straight to his enrollment page. But if you don't want to do that, you want to see what is this, then there's some more links in the description here which take you to some master classes and get a bit more knowledge. You can read about the course and so on.